We've got an AAC West showdown between Tulane and Memphis, and Tulane marched down the field before that Bryce Huff tackle for loss. And then Leandre Thomas comes in on Amari Jones, and the Tigers defense, after giving up three huge chunk plays, hold Tulane to a field goal. Brady White, the Memphis quarterback, then finds Kenneth Gainwell, the redshirt freshman, from 32 yards out for his first score of the day. Then Justin McMillan rolls out, and Austin Hall gets his first interception of the season. Let's take another look at that one. The one-handed snag. You'll see that on SportsCenter Top 10 this weekend. Then Brady White answers with another pass to Kenneth Gainwell before hitting Calvin Austin III for his first touchdown on the year on this post route, in which he just runs away from the defender. Nice throw by Brady White. The Tigers would go for two, and it would fail. They lead 13-3. Bryce Huff with another tackle for loss. He would record two on the day. Justin McMillan would go ahead and run it in for a score as Tulane came within three. Then Chris Claybrooks trying to get loose. He had another attempt early in the game in which he slipped. That canceled out a big gain. Claybrooks looking electrifying in his second game back for the Tigers. The Memphis offense then comes back. 3rd and 16. White finds Antonio Gibson for a crucial first down to get the Memphis offense rolling. Then Kenneth Gainwell doing what he does. Big chunk gains on the ground. A historic day for Gainwell that we'll talk about later. Then Brady White once again to Gibson. The Tigers appear to score, but there's a holding flag on Coxie there at the top of your screen. But Magnifico comes right back from Brady White with a huge snag on the sideline before Mike Norvell gets in his bag and draws up this nasty little shuffle pass back to Magnifico. Poetic justice from the controversial no catch last week. Then here we'll see the Tigers defense, Carlito Gonzalez with a big hit on McMillan when the Tigers defense really needed to stop. Then you get the offense back on the field. DeMonte Coxey with the Tulane defender draped all over him makes the catch. No pass interference call. Come on, AAC refs. You got to give the Tigers something. We know you don't like us, but we're out here trying to earn our respect. And then Brady White says, you know what? Enough of this. Austin, turn on the burners. Leave number 2 in the dust. Calvin Austin had 2 catches for 2 scores on the day. That is a Memphis track athlete for you. And then Justin McMillan on the very next play hits Thomas Pickens between the 4 and the 0, leading to this Kenneth Gainwell score as he follows big JoJo Dorsey in from 2 yards out. Tigers get the ball back again to open the second half, and Brady White 1-on-1 with Kenneth Gainwell should be illegal. Come on, coach. You can't leave your man on the island like that. Gainwell goes for 68 yards to open the half. The Tigers would have to settle for this Riley Patterson 28-yard field goal. Let's get into the Tiger defense a little bit. We see this pressure by Bryce Huff forcing an errant McMillan pass. Then when the Tigers get the ball back, and let's see, Brady White, who you want to throw this one to? I'm thinking we throw it to number 19, Kenneth Gainwell, who became the first player since 1997 in FBS history to record 200 receiving yards and 100 rushing yards in the same game. Troy Brown was who did it in 97 for Louisiana Tech. Here we see Brady White, handoff to Gainwell again. He had 18 carries for 104 yards and had 203 yards through the air. Historic day for Kenneth Gainwell. The Tigers would settle once again for a Riley Patterson field goal. This capped off scoring on 8 straight drives to start the game. Here we see Desmond Hawkins with a big stop. Craigmont High School stand up. The defense was electric today. Austin Hall forcing McMillan out of the pocket. Everett Cunningham collecting the sack. And then we'll see Quindell Johnson, the big defensive back, get his second interception of the year on 4th down and 23. And the rest of the game is a mere formality. Here, once again, we see T.J. Carter, the cornerback, blitz. That's T.J. Carter's first sack of his career for the junior. Brady White, one more time. This is the historic play that put Gainwell over 200 yards. Once again, one-on-one, unfair. You got to think at some point coaches are going to stop leaving their players on an island like that. Gainwell is just too damn good. And then let's throw in some special teams here. Adam Williams boots this punt. 77 yards, and he's now got the highest career average of any punter with greater than 80 punts in Memphis football history. It'd be interesting to see if he can keep that up for the rest of his career, but shout out to the special teams. Here's Mike Norvell.
Bowl eligible has become the new standard, and it's something that our program, across the country, is when they hear Memphis football, they think of success, and it's something that I take a great deal of pride in.
The Tigers will travel to Tulsa to take on the 2-5 Golden Hurricane next week. Go Tigers.